So students, we have discussed in last class about the input devices. Which are the input devices? Joystick, light pen, microphone, graphic tablet, barcode reader,
Scanner. Scanner.
S, MICR scanner, keyboard, mouse, yes,
Biometric device. Biometric
yes,
device.
biometric device, web camera, then mouse, keyboard,
And touch screen.
yes, touch screen, microphone,
And graph table. And digital camera.
yes, digital. All are these input devices. So we studied,
Graphical tablets.
yes, light pen. See this images once again. Graphic tablet, barcode reader. We have studied in this.
Light pen.
Yes, right. We all had studied
And
in
page number.
last class. So today we discuss about what are the output devices. Okay, we have discussed
Yes.
about input devices. Now we discussed about what are the output devices.
And page number.
Page number 6.
Page number.
Page number 6.
Okay, ma'am.
So what are the output devices? An output devices produces the output in user readable form. We have already learnt about two output devices, monitor and speakers. Monitor and speakers are the output devices. Monitor gives us a result. Result means you can see images or any work you have done on a computer on your screen or monitor. That is, it is called as a output devices. And by speakers you can listen music or you can get any voice from speaker. So that is also a output devices. Suppose you type a letter on a computer. So by which device you can type a letter?
Keyboard.
Yes, by keyboard you can type a letter on computer. Then where you can see that type letter?
The monitor.
Yes, on monitor. That is why it is a output device. Okay. So microphone used for inputting your voice means if you speak on a microphone, then where you get your voice from?
My speaker.
Yes, from speaker you get voice. That's why speaker is a output device. Understand what is the difference between input and output device?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then if you want to draw an image on a computer, then you can use keyboard and mouse also. In paint option, you can draw image. Then where you can see that image, which device you can see that
Monitor.
image? Yes, monitor you can see. So monitor gives you a output. That's why monitor is a output device. And from speaker you are getting voice. So from which you are getting any output, that is a output device. Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So monitor and speakers are basic output device. So let us learn about some other output devices. So next output device is printer. All of you know the printer, no?
Yes, ma'am.
So printer, you get from printer a hard copy from paper format. All of you know that.
Yes, ma'am. If you insert, ma'am, the PDF, it will get printed, ma'am.
Yes, what you are inserted on a computer or what you are entered on a computer or what you are typed on a letter or anything on a computer. If you want a hard copy or if you want any print from the computer, then printers can use. A printer is a device is used to print text and pictures that we see on a monitor onto papers, means from monitor to papers, between that printers are used. Any images are there in monitor, if you want to take that on your paper, then printer is used. By a printer you can take that images on paper. The output of the printer is permanent readable form is known as hard copy. Means what output is get from printer, like images or any your information or any letters, whatever you want from printer, that is in readable form, means you can read that, or that is known as a hard copy, that you can keep it with you, like paper you can keep it with you. Okay. Printers vary in size, speed, cost and quality of printing. Printers can be divided into two categories, that is impact printer and non-impact printer. You can see this graph, students.
Yes, ma'am.
You can see this graph.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So printer,
Yes, ma'am.
there are two printers, that is impact printer and non-impact printer. Impact printer also has two examples, that is daisy wheel and dot matrix. But today we discuss only dot matrix printer. And in non-impact printer, there are three printers, that is inkjet, thermal and laser. But we study only laser and inkjet printer. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
All of you got that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So types of a printer, that is first one is impact printers. See how impact printers are there. It is different now.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So what is the impact printer? Printers that make mark on a paper by sticking a print head or a needle in the ink ribbon are called impact printer. Means there are inside some print head or needle. Ink ribbon is there, by which when you type on anything, then that when it get printed, that strike on a paper in dot format, and it will get printed on a paper. These printers are slow, noisy and are not used for high quality printing. Means these printers are work slow and makes noise and are not used to high quality printings. Means when you want large printing or color printing, then these printers are not used. That is example of that printer is dot matrix printer. What is the example of that printer?
Dot matrix
Yes,
printer.
dot matrix
Dot.
printer, because it is printed in dot format. I will show you the images of that. See here, these are first images for dot matrix printer. Paper are inside in this, and any text or data is printed here. And next image is, you can see here some little dots are there. You can see this.
Yes, ma'am. In bank also there are. Yes, ma'am. We put the bank book in, ma'am. Ma'am, in
Yes,
that machine it
in
will
bank,
be like
yes, right. In bank, we use that machine in your to record your money in your passbook. That dot matrix printers are used in banks. You can see this like it is in a dot format, dot form.
yes, ma'am.
Yes, so that dot format it will get printed. That is why it is called as dot matrix printer. See here also you can see all the images. It is in a dot format. It works slow and makes lot of noise. Got it, all of you?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so next one is non-impact printer. Non-impact printers do not strike the print head against the ink ribbon. Means non-metric printers are not strike. It is in not in dot format. So it is in it do not strike. These printers generate less noise. It do not these printers do not strike. That's why this printer generate less noise. These printers are faster than impact printers. Example of non-impact printers are laser printer and inkjet printers. Which printers?
Laser printer and inkjet printer.
Yes, laser printer and inkjet printers. So
Inkjet
next one is
printer.
laser printers. See, laser printers are look like this. These printers
I mean,
used everywhere now in schools, offices, your home, or any railway stations or where. All these laser printers are used because it works fast and do not make noise and it print fast, very fast. These are the inkjet printers. You can see this image.
yes, ma'am.
By this printer we can take color print
Yes,
also.
ma'am.
By these printers we can take color prints also, but by dot matrix printer we cannot take color prints. Any images also you can take by these
Okay,
printers.
ma'am.
So what is so non-impact printers are faster than impact printers. All of you got it? See once again this image, laser printers and inkjet printers. All your question papers and your notes, all your marks cards are print in laser printer only. You can take any images for your projects or your homework assignments. You can take by these printers. Okay, you can use these printers at home also. Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
next one
Yes,
is
ma'am. Plotter.
plotter. Next one is plotter. Plotter is also a output device because it gives a what happened? Any doubt?
Ma'am, this posters, ma'am.
Yes, you want to see the image. See once again. Plotter look like this.
Ma'am, someone is joining.
Okay. You can see this image.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
This
ma'am.
is called as plotter. What?
Plotter. Plotter. I'm plotter.
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 This is a plotter. You can you can take a large print here. If you want to take any
Ma'am,
big, you can take. You can see any posters are there, big posters.
seeing this
All of you, big posters are print here in plotter. It is also works as a printer, but big posters or big print if you want to take, then plotters are used. Understand?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So plotter is a special type of printer used for producing high quality graphs or diagrams. If you want to take print of any big graphs and diagrams, then plotters are used. I will show you in next slide the examples of plotters. Plotters are used by engineers to print diagrams of machines. Means machines diagrams are there. Then machines diagrams. Then any drawings are there made by the engineers. All that print by plotters. See this image. Next one, architects. Architects use plotter to print plans of buildings. Architects used plotters for to plan any plans of buildings they are making or drawing. They can print on plotter. See this image. The drawing of building is here. Can you see this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, that is in a very big size, so it can be print on a plotter because these big drawings we cannot take on a small printer. That's why it can be take on a plotter. Understand? Understand, students?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next one is map makers. The example of plotters, map makers. Big maps are there. All of you know big maps are there. All are printed in plotters. Map makers use plotter to print large scale maps. Which are large scale maps are there are printed in plotters. See here maps are there are printed in that plotter. Can you see this image?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So any doubt you have about printers or plotter? You have any doubt, students?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay. So
No, ma'am.
next we study about page number 7. We'll study about components inside a CPU box. All of you know CPU box.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So
Yes, ma'am.
inside there are also some parts are there.
CPU
By
box is
what? Lot different types of parts are there inside the CPU by which computer works. Like we can hear sound, we can do any calculations, we can get electricity from that parts, We can see videos also. Likewise, some parts are there inside the CPU, and some storage devices also there. Fan is also there, by which CPU or computer, full computer is get operated. So different parts are there. We'll study some parts here. By this all parts computer is work properly. There are many different parts are there. Tomorrow I will show you all parts in CPU. Today we discuss in only PPT. Okay. See here. First one is power supply boxes here. You can see this image.
Yes, ma'am. I
Yes. Power supply is there. Part is there. Then power cables are there. Wires are there here. See, that is called power cables. Case fan is here. CPU and fan is here. Arrow mark is there. See, input and output. RAM is also there. Daughter board, one part is called. Battery is there also. Motherboard is there. Data cables, floppy disk drive, hard disk drive, case, CD-ROM. All are these parts are inside the CPU. So I will show you all these parts in tomorrow's class.
Ma'am, what is motherboard, ma'am?
Yes, I will discuss you. I will discuss with you. Wait. Various hardware components are present inside the CPU. Motherboard, processor or CPU, memory chips, RAM and ROM, hard disk drive and SMPS. We will discuss about these parts in this lesson. Okay? Which parts we discussed in this lesson? Motherboard, SMPS, processor or CPU, memory chips, RAM and ROM. See here, let us discuss some of these components in detail. That is, first one is SMPS, page number 7. You can see. Image you can see SMPS.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
You can't see image.
Ma'am, we can see it.
There is some box like
Ma'am, we can
this.
see it.
One box like
Ma'am,
yes.
this whole thing, ma'am, like swept.
Yes. One box is there. You can see.
Yes, ma'am.
Some battery like box is there.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, that is called as SMPS. Tomorrow I will show it originally. Today we only you see pictures of that. Okay. Tomorrow I will show it once again originally. SMPS stands for switch mode power supply. S for switch, M for mode, P for power, and S for supply. SMPS converts the incoming electricity onto proper voltage and supplies it to the other parts inside the CPU box. Who is talking? SMPS converts the incoming electricity into proper voltage and supplies it to the other parts inside the CPU box. Means when electricity is coming to the CPU, it converts into a proper voltage and supplies it to the other parts inside the CPU box. Means it works to convert electricity to a proper voltage and supplies the electricity to the other parts of the CPU box. Next one is motherboard. See how motherboard looks like. There are different small parts are there on motherboard. Some chips likes are there. Some wires are there small. I will show it once again tomorrow. Okay. You can see this image, students.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. I can see, ma'am.
The motherboard is the main board that holds many of the crucial components of a computers. Means motherboard is main board in a computer in a CPU that holds crucial components of a computers. It allows all the parts to receive power and communicate with one another. Means it allows to all parts to receive a power and communicate with one another. Means all parts are get connected to one another. The motherboard holds the processor, memory chips and several cards such as sound card and video card. Motherboard holds the processor, memory chips. Means here are some memory chips are there and several cards are there in that present on that motherboard like sound card, video card. This sound card we'll discuss about the sound card and video card. Here sound card. You can see the image of that sound card.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Sound card lets the computer play sounds and music. Sound cards. What is the use of sound card? To play sounds and music. Inside this, some operations are performed by which you can get sound by using this sound card. See here, blue option is there, pink option is there, green option is also there. Where we have to connect all that speaker wires, microphone wires by which we can get the voice. Next one is video card. All these sound card and video card are present here in this motherboard. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. See
Yes,
here,
ma'am.
video card. Video card also look like the sound card, but it is different. In video card, card is there. GPU with heat sink is there. Connection to motherboard means your connection is there. Then their connection to display device. There are some connection to display device means you have to connect here pins by which you can see images on monitor and your web camera and all this device you can connect wires here or you can plug here wires. Video card allows the computer to display videos, graphics and Animation. What is the use of video cards? To display videos, graphics and animation. Animation movies and cartoons, you know, all of you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, and videos also you know, graphics also you know, no?
Yes, ma'am.
All that comes
Yes, ma'am.
all that saved in video card. And by video card you can see videos, graphics and animations. And by sound card you can play sounds and music. Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So next one is memory chips. What are the memory chips? Memory chips. So first is processor or CPU. The processor or the CPU is the brain of a computer. Means CPU, all of you know that CPU is the brain of computer because
Yes.
all
Yes,
because
ma'am.
all information is stored in a CPU.
CPU.
Your information is stored in your brain. Likewise, in computer, CPU is the brain of a computer because all information or whatever you do work on a computer or your monitor or keyboard, all information is stored on a CPU. It is present on the motherboard. Motherboard is the main part of that. It is the CPU processes the data and instructions provided through the input devices. It then process on the result of processing to the output devices. Means what? You if you want to suppose make a if you want to bake cake, then first what you do, you can take all materials to bake cake like eggs, then whatever materials are there you can take, that is a input. Then you can bake it on a oven, that is a process. And what you get, bake the cake, that is a output. Likewise, the CPU process the data and instructions. Means when you entered a data on a computer by keyboard or mouse, that is from input device, then that is process in data and instructions, then it will get result to processing to the output device. Means by output device you get the results. So next one is memory chips. That is first, memory chips are one of the important components of computer hardware. That is RAM and ROM. RAM means what? You can see these images, RAM and ROM.
Yes, ma'am.
RAM means
Yes, ma'am.
random access memory. ROM means read only memory. See this image, random access memory is green in color, and who is talking, random access memory is green in color and some black chips, small chips are there, you can see this.
Yes, ma'am.
And read only memory, that is ROM. Black big chip is there and some pins, like pins are there. Can you see this?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. So next one is discuss about what is the RAM, or we will discuss this in next class. I will show all these parts to originally to you. Okay.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
ma'am. Okay.
You have any doubt
Yes,
about this?
ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
About motherboard
No,
or
ma'am.
SMPS or printers?
No, ma'am. No doubt, ma'am.
Till then
No
you
doubt,
got
ma'am.
you got